Welcome back to episode 3 of Building Our Off-Grid Property. In this episode, we make a huge decision that we hope will pay out in the long run. We're Riley and Courtney Casey. Frustrated by the 9-to-5, we set out to make a living making things. Through your incredible support, we've been able to bring you along for the ride, and we can't wait to share our next chapter with you. Say hello to 20 acres of raw, off-grid land in northern Idaho.
So while we wait for the property to close, Courtney and I are formulating a plan.
I'm looking at leasing excavators right now.
We have a lot of work to get done.
And we really want to get something up before winter so that we're not trying to live in the camper outside in the mud.
So we are going to be up against a bit of a clock.
Step 1 is power. And then we said worry about that later.
Step 1, we're just going to worry about later. So the power system in the camper is robust enough that we can actually power a lot of stuff with it. The challenge will be, since we won't be driving, is recharging our batteries. But with our shore power plug, we can use the Honda 2000 to recharge the camper batteries, and then we can limit the amount of time we have to run the generators for.
Step 2 is water. We have the 42 gallons in the truck, but we're gonna need more water than that, and a well is just probably not gonna be in the budget this year, so I think we're gonna be hauling water in. Step 3 this summer is we would really like to get a driveway in and the building pad for the shop in, and hopefully build a shop.
So
a lot of things.
There's so many decisions to make. It's like, when do you decide it's time to buy equipment versus rent equipment or hire it out?
We need a chainsaw, an excavator, a dump truck, water totes.
And first things first, we need to sell this container house.
We are standing in the money for phase 1 of this build right now.
It doesn't make sense to haul this thing all the way up to Idaho, so it's for sale. Courtney, what did you just do?
I used the Sharpie on the whiteboard. Dang it!
I look over and she has this marker sitting here on the calendar and this marker in her hand. All right, we got ourselves a 24-inch Baja Husky chainsaw.
So Riley has been selling tools at the house that we haven't needed this past week, and he saved up enough money to buy a chainsaw, and then we found a used chainsaw on Craigslist that had been barely used and ended up getting a really good deal on it.
Also, we ended up with a much nicer and much larger chainsaw than I was originally shopping for, so that's cool.
We're loaded up and we are headed north.
Got the chainsaw strapped to the back and we're ready to do some work.
We're gonna need more than a chainsaw, but that's all we have at the moment, so that's what we're taking with us. We do have a stop to make in Bend, though. We're about to go do something that is equally exciting and terrifying.
We need some real equipment to get work done on the property, and we're headed to the dealership right now to buy the most expensive thing we've ever bought.
We never buy stuff new, ever. We always look used, or renting, or borrowing, or trading. But the reality is that for an excavator, the price to rent one for 1 week is equal to the monthly payment on a new one. And we know that we're gonna need it for at least the next year of improving the property. We found one in stock. Kubota has 0% interest right now for 5 years. It's really terrifying. It's still a giant monthly payment, but if we want to develop the property, we know the way we want to, we need an excavator.
By having the right tool for the job, we're going to be able to get a lot more work done a lot more efficiently, and I think we're going to end up with a better product in the end.
But it's terrifying.
So we're going to do it, we think.
the papers. Riley's getting the training now with Mike, who's awesome, so that hopefully we kind of know how to drive this thing when they deliver it. First drive, and he's making me so nervous because there's so much equipment around here that he could run into. He's making me so nervous because he's not paying attention because he's having so much fun.
This thing is insane.
What are we doing?
It's gonna be like, I'm like gonna be Superman. I've got all the power of my arm.
We did it!
We signed the paperwork, we own an excavator.
We still need to figure out the logistics of trucking it up to us. Excavators are really hard to find right now. We ended up finding one in stock at Midstate Power Equipment in Oregon, and now we need to get it up to our property in Idaho. And it's gonna be incredibly helpful for developing the property, and I think it's gonna be able to do everything we want it to do.
They let me drive it around the parking lot.
Yeah, I was a little nervous by that. We are now headed up to Idaho to go to our property for the first time now that we own it, and we are so excited.
Time to go try out the new chainsaw.
We made it to our property and are currently parked on the only spot we can physically get the rig.
Courtney and I cleared this little spot before we left, and we're glad we did because we got here late at night and I'm ready for bed. It's first night on our new property.
I'm so excited to get the excavator up here and get to work.
We own that tree.
Today was a day.
Man, it was a long day.
Tired. We haven't actually started work on the property yet, but it was just one of those days. The trucking company that we thought was going to work out no problem on our excavator was not going to work because they didn't have a way to unload it on our end. They didn't have a tilt deck trailer or a trailer with ramps.
It's like excavator 5 feet in the air. Now what?
I'd posted on Instagram and we found someone.
So excavator should be here sometime tonight.
Tomorrow.
Oh. Early tomorrow.
Fingers crossed, it's on its way. But another official celebration, the first step.
Oh, we have an address number.
We have an address that is the first step to a lot of things.
So last night we were very unlevel. So I need to change the chain on the chainsaw so that I can cut this tree down so that we can maneuver ourselves hopefully a little more level.
This tree. Boone lost his outdoor privileges because he hates the chainsaw so much.
This is the chain that came on this chainsaw when we bought it, and it is so dull that it just bounces right off the trees, literally.
Which is incredibly dangerous. I think maybe you're not supposed to do this after a beer.
Okay.
Is this the entry test into being allowed to be an Idaho resident? I just heard him go, "What the heck?" Whoa, where are you swinging that thing?
Stop, turn the camera off.
He's mad at me for filming him, so I'm going to show you guys the view from the road on our property.
I believe I have one. Finally got it. It's the curse of my high butt crack. I have the biggest mosquito bite I have ever experienced, and it's on my butt. That chainsaw kicked my butt, and now I'm gonna take a shower.
Literally!
How do you decide which trees to take out with the excavator first?
That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. We didn't really sleep last night.
Way too excited about this excavator that's coming
It should be arriving this morning.
sometime around 10 a.m. And we're meeting him at the county road, and then I get to drive it all the way into the
All
property
the way in.
at 4.2 miles an hour.
And then we're gonna get to work. We were not expecting it for 2 more hours, but that is definitely our excavator. Right there.
Is it?
Yeah, it has a cap and it's orange. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now we have to drive this to the top of that mountain. I know Riley's having fun because this is the picture that he just sent me from the cab. I have been holding my breath since yesterday.
But the machine is here, and oh my goodness, it is awesome. That was a slow and wild, bumpy ride, but when I picked up the bucket, you feel like Superman.
We got some work to do.
What's first?
That's as far as my brain has gotten us.
Now that we officially own the property, it's time to give it a name. Drop your suggestions down in the comments below and we'll send the winner something cool.
So I need to change the blade on the chainsaw. It's not called the blade. I need to